With Bitcoin back up again today, the cryptocurrency market is looking very good, and Shiba Inu coin is actually looking pretty good as well. And I'm going to talk a little bit about Shiba Inu coin in this video, but as you can see, everything is in the green at the moment. A very strong day, and Shiba Inu coin at 1378 points per coin is up 4.12% so far. And we're going to be talking about on-chain data showing all of the levels that Shiba Inu coin has to breach before it can reclaim that 3,500 point per coin mark. Now, 3,500 points per coin is going to be an excellent level for Shiba Inu coin because, of course, it was the strong resistance back in December of 2024. And if it breaks that, we could be on an absolute tear, potentially to new all-time highs. So let's talk about it. If it sounds like something you're interested in, let's get started. What's up, everybody? I'm Clay, and as you can see, we're going to be going through this article, but in a second, let's just set the stage here. Bitcoin is green once again, bouncing off lows yesterday around $115,000, really using that 10-day moving average as support, coming back up, and now it's following right along with that 5-day moving average at the $118,300 mark, and it's a beautiful strength. The cryptocurrency market has a lot going on this week. I believe there's 3 different bills that are going to be passing through the Senate, hopefully landing on Trump's desk, hopefully getting approved, and setting the stages for clearer cryptocurrency regulation, which could cause prices to soar. Now, the altcoin index is on the rise as well. The fear and greed index is on the rise. So not only are clearer regulations and fundamentals up, you've got the sentiment up as well. So it says Shiba Inu coin is rallying alongside the broader market, and the broader cryptocurrency market staged a rebound campaign last week as Shiba Inu coin was not left out. The meme coin initially spiked by over 19% from the 1,100 point per coin mark on July 8th to a 7-week peak at 1386 on July 11th before retracting slightly. And at 1378 this morning, it is right around that level. Notably, this initial rally coincided with Bitcoin soaring to new all-time highs above 118,000. And as a matter of fact, Bitcoin is above 118,000, but the all-time highs were $123,263. A very good look for the entire crypto market. It says now, while Shiba Inu coin has failed to even reclaim a new yearly peak during this rally, it actually outperformed Bitcoin. As the premier crypto asset only surged 9%, and let's say only lightly here, because a 9% increase in essentially a $2 trillion asset, guys, that's $200 billion in wealth that was created really over the last week. And it's run to 118,000. Meanwhile, Bitcoin has resumed its uptrend, eventually reaching a new all-time high of 123,200. In contrast, Shiba Inu coin was the only able to claim a high of 1415 when the rally resumed, which was even lower than its 1,700 point per coin price in early May. Now, specifically, the first cluster currently impeding Shiba Inu coin's upward push lies at 1,300 points per coin to the 1,400 point per coin range, which is exactly where we are now, as 43,000 addresses bought 25 trillion SHIB in that range. Now, on-chain data reveals a massive supply cluster that contributed to this roadblock, with 5 clusters existing between Shiba Inu coin and a yearly all-time high of 3,500 points per coin. Between 1,400 and 1,900 points per coin, there's 150,000 addresses holding 511 trillion Shiba Inu coin. Since these wallets bought SHIB tokens between 1,400 and 1,900 points per coin, they're likely to start selling off at break even or after a mild profit. And that's a very weird mindset that a lot of people have. It specifically develops after they've been sitting at a loss for quite some time. They've got this unrelenting urge to sell as soon as they turn green. They convince themselves during periods of fear that if they ever see profit again, they are going to take it. If they ever go in the green again, they are going to sell. And yeah, that's how you don't make any money. That's how you don't make that life-changing gain. Guys, I get it, right? It's been a struggle over the last couple of years with only a few rallies, but the entire cryptocurrency market has been very stagnant. We're sitting on the brink of potentially the largest bull market in history, and we have to make history. If you were sitting here in 2017, you thought, darn it, I should have bought. If you're sitting there in 2021, darn it, I should have bought and held. If you're sitting here in 2025, don't say the same thing in 2026. Guys, let's take this bull market for everything that it's worth. Let's buy, let's hold, and let's make massive amounts of money. It says, however, if the bulls can recover this 1,900 point per coin range, 2,400 points per coin with 134,000 wallets is holding 175 trillion Shiba Inu coin, making it the second largest supply cluster. 24 to 29, there are 185,000 addresses. That's a lot of addresses with less Shiba Inu coins. So this is when people start to get excited, right? The massive amount of people bought in. They bought less SHIB, but they bought in between 24 and 29, and you know people are going to get excited there. And of course, Shiba Inu coin's likely to face a roadblock between 29 and 3,500 points per coin again, which of course, if it breaks that, you're going to see a massive move potentially to the fresh highs of 4,500 points per coin and all-time highs at 8,800 points per coin. Now, clearly, nobody knows what's going to happen, but we do know how supply and demand works. If we're willing to buy, if we're willing to hold, and if demand continues to increase, the price will increase as well. One of the places that I continue to buy and hold and stack up my cryptocurrency is the KCEX exchange. You guys got a link for this down in the description below. And as a matter of fact, is it on the first? It is on the first page here. I bought some pump fun yesterday. This token was just released. I got in at about 55. I forget exactly what the number was. About a half a cent, somewhere in that range. And it already jumped up to 0.68 cents, falling back a little bit this morning to 0.63. But nonetheless, if you guys are interested in buying Pump Fun, it is surging on its recent release and on its popularity, and this is a very good sign for the meme coin market. This is available on up to 75x leverage on the KCEX exchange with some of the lowest fees in the entire industry. Not only am I buying big tokens like Pump Fun with a $6 billion valuation, I'm buying little tokens like Snorter token. And in 19 hours, the price is going to rise again. They've already raised $1.9 million. It's very easy. You got a link in the description below. If you're interested, you can buy with crypto or buy with card. All you got to do is connect your either Trust Wallet, Best Wallet, or whatever you want to do. Now, I like to connect via Best Wallet. You scan this QR code with the Best Wallet on your phone. You get a free download link for that if you guys need it. And then you type in how much you want. Once you claim those tokens on launch day, you can, of course, trade them live on the market. And I'm expecting some big things because Snorter is building a Solana trading bot. And as you can see by a lot of its features, lowest fees on Solana, fastest execution on Solana. And in comparison to its competition, it is not only, it takes the cake in snortability, right? But it's the cheapest at 0.85% fees compared to the 1 to 2% industry average. It's faster than its competition. You got access to the live new Solana trading pairs, limit orders, honeypot detection, copy trading. Everything that you would want in a trading bot is available. And of course, if retail comes in strong during this bull market, which is already beginning, I mean, you guys can see that retail is jumping in. And investors are really loading up on retail heavy cryptocurrency like Pump Fun. If retail really jumps in and starts trading these Solana tokens, SnorterBot could be one of the competitive edges that we need to make even more money. So let me know what you guys are doing with it all down in the comments below. You guys got links for everything down there. And until the next time, hope that each and every one of you have an awesome day.